It's day 20 of March Madness, and today we're coming onto our sides to practice our sideline kick. This is really going to get your middle working, your legs and your hips and pelvis as well. So I hope you really enjoy it and feel lots of strength in your legs afterwards. Okay, so we're going to start using a little cushion. I'd like to come down onto your sides and lengthen your lower arm out along the floor and place that little cushion between your head and your arm. So your head is supported in line with your spine. Lengthen both legs out in line with your spine and then bring them forward to about a 30-degree angle. So you're just bending at the hips here. I'd like you to set yourself up by lifting that lower waist off from the floor and then placing that top hand on the mat in front of you to support you. And rather than just kind of like slumping down, really have lots of strength in that arm. We're going to start with a little leg lift and lower just to warm up our legs. So let's breathe in. And as we breathe out, we're just going to start scissoring that leg up and lowering it down. So keep your torso nice and still. Keep those muscles coming in. Lift and lower. We're not going crazy high, maybe just above hip height. Just starting getting that control in the leg, pointing that toe slightly. Keep your gaze going forward so you're trying to get a really long back of neck. Super. So breathing out and in. Supporting yourself here with that top arm, lifting up and down. 3, internal muscles coming in. And 2, super. And our final one, lifting and lowering. Great. Let's go into our kick now. So we're going to lengthen that top leg and then bring it back to spine level. So you've got your legs kind of slightly just separated here. Keeping that toe level with your hip, we're going to sweep that leg forward and then lead back with your heel. We're just doing that so we can get that full extension through the leg. Go back behind the line of your spine. Keep your body as still as you can. So point that toe forward and sweep. And come back. Super. So we're exhaling, so doing lovely side kick and coming back. So you're keeping, again, your body as still as possible. There should be no curvature through your spine. You're not bending anywhere. You're just moving from that hip. So take that hip back, that leg back, sorry, coming forward and back. We're going to go 3 more times like this. So internal muscles still switching on and coming in. Feeling lots of strength out of that leg and the glutes. 2, super. And now we're going to go 1 more time. And bring it back. So let's add in a pulse now. So with that pulse, you're going to try and get a little bit further forward and a little bit further backwards. It's not kind of like a boomerang where you bounce. It's just a teeny pulse where you're getting a little bit further forward. So let's try this again, breathing in and out, pulse, in, pulse. So now you're really going to use those muscles around your middle to make sure you're not moving through your torso. It's so tempting to do when you do that little pulse. We're going to try and keep our body as still as possible. So 2, good, and 1. Pulsing forward and coming backwards. Let's rest that leg down. Now we're going to try and do it with our body supported by our hands. So get rid of your cushion and bring yourself up. Set yourself up so that your head is resting on your hands. So you're just trying to make sure you're not slouching into the floor. You're really nice and upright here. So your head is resting in your hand. Your elbow is in line with your body. Drawing in those muscles once again. This is where you're really going to have to use that top arm for support. Lift that leg up and let's try going again. So breathing out and in. Good. Sweeping that leg forward. Keeping that lower leg really, really lengthened and energized. So it's like your anchor, sweeping forward and backwards. Tummy muscles coming in to support you. Super. Let's go 3 before we add in that pulse. Good. And 2, sweeping that leg forward. And our final one, sweeping, drawing back. Okay, now let's add in that pulse, just like before. So breathing out, out, in. Again, keeping your body still. Out, in, super. Out, good. In. 3, good. 2, and our final one, keeping your chest nice and open, try not to lean forward and lower that leg down. Good. So you can just come into a little quad stretch here, grab hold of your ankle. Just enjoy this feeling of stretching and opening through the front of your leg. Because we're going to roll over and do exactly the same on the other side now to even ourselves up. So get your cushion once again, come over onto the other side. Lengthen that bottom arm along the floor and support your head with the cushion. But just bring your legs together, balancing on the side of your body. So make sure your shoulders are stacked, your hips are stacked, and your legs. Top hand going in front of you, and then bring those legs forward to about a 30-degree angle. Let's start with a single leg lift and lowers. The chest nice and wide, breathing in to prepare. Breathing out to float. Inhale to lower, good. Out and in. Just warming up those legs here. Smoothly lifting, trying to keep as much length through that leg as you possibly can. Great. Breathe out, keep that internal corset switched on. Drawing in those muscles to support you. Make sure your spine is nice and supported as well, so you're lifting off the floor. 3, 2, doing well. And our final one here, lifting and lowering down. Good. Okay, let's go into that normal sweep forward and back first of all. So lift that top leg up and take it in line with your spine. Softly point your toe, breathe in. As we do that, we're going to sweep that leg forward as far as we can. Don't worry if it's less or more movement than the other leg. And then we're going to bring it back, taking it behind the line of our spine, so opening up the front of your hips. So drawing it forward and back. Trying to keep it level with your hips. So drawing forward, sweeping back, doing really well. Keeping that bottom leg really long on the floor. Sweeping back, super. Drawing forward and sweeping back. Toe muscles coming in, good. 3 and 2, super. And 1. Drawing that leg back. Okay, so now let's add in that little pulse. So remember, rather than a bounce, it's just a slight edging forward, enabling us to get a little bit more movement through this hip here. So once again, hands really strong on the floor, breathing in. As we breathe out, we're going to sweep that leg forward, pulse, back, leading with your heel, opening out the front of the hip. Good, going again, tummy muscles coming in, and back, super, and forward, and back, great. Keeping that connection, drawing back. 4 and 3, good. Keeping that leg as long as you can, and 2, super. Sweeping it back, and 1, and back. Well done. Relaxing that leg down. Let's bring ourselves up onto our hands once again, so get rid of your cushion. And then bend your elbow and support your head in your hands. Make sure your elbow is in line with your body. Bring those legs forward to 30 degrees again, drawing up those middle muscles, sorry, that spine. So rather than slumping into the floor, nice and active through here. We're going to start without the pulse. So lengthening that leg, sweeping and back. You're going to find it harder to control your spine here. So really try and make sure you're keeping all that strength going through. Sweeping forward and back. Good. Going again. Breathing out and in. So you should feel that the top of your body is really active. Even though it's not moving, you're kind of working to balance yourself. 3. Super. And 2. Sweeping forward. And our final one here. Sweeping forward and drawing back. Okay, now let's add in those pulses. So breathing out, out. In. Good. Keeping the lower leg really active and strong. That's going to help anchor you. Keep the rest of your body still. Super. Let's go. 3 and 2 and 1. Great. And bring that leg down. Hook your hand around your foot and come into that lovely quad stretch here. Lengthening out through the front of your leg. Enjoying how this feels. Super. Okay, pressing yourself back up through to a seated position, ready for our final couple of stretches. So arms going out to the side, reaching them out, sitting nice and tall, breathing in. Let's breathe out, reaching through your fingers. Lovely stretch here. Press the air away. And one more time. Reach all the way up. Lovely stretch. Lengthening through your spine and your arms. Press the air away. And give yourself a clap. Well done. Hope you've really enjoyed this. There's a lot of work for your hips, so really feeling strong around there. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow for some more Pilates. So take care of yourselves. Have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.